June 18th was a watershed moment in deep-sea tourism as the Oceangate submarine Titan began its third dive, plunging to an astounding depth of nearly 10,000 feet in the North Atlantic. Its objective is to convey 5 daring guests to the eerie remains of the Titanic. However, after 1 hour and 45 minutes, all communication with the sub was lost, leaving it in the ocean depths. The Titan eluded the U.S. and Canadian Coast Guards despite intensive efforts. Finally, on June 22nd, bits of the 23,000-pound submersible were discovered off the coast of Newfoundland, confirming suspicions that the craft had imploded. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about Elon Musk just reported what really happened to the Oceangate Titan. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Tragically, all of the humans on board had died. How could such a disaster occur? What went wrong in the ocean's depths? A journey to the depths. There has been a persistent interest among the elite to explore the melancholy relics of the Titanic's destruction since James Cameron's classic examination of the ocean liner's catastrophe. Oceangate, a private U.S. corporation specializing in deep-sea tourism, was founded in 2009 in response to this demand. Their most daring voyage promised to bring intrepid explorers to the Titanic's cold grave, and the Titan acted as its pioneering vessel, having completed 2 successful dives. On its third mission, the Titan planned to carry 5 crew passengers. British businessman Hamish Harding, Pakistani investor, and his son Suleiman, French diver Paul Henry Nail, and Oceangate CEO Stockton Rush were among the lucky 5, the Titanic's tragic legacy. The Titanic, a steamship that went down on April 14, 1912, is one of the most infamous maritime tragedies of the 20th century. Its collision with an iceberg caused a catastrophic breach. As a result, it sank in the icy seas of the North Atlantic near Newfoundland. Over 1,500 people died due to drowning and heat because rescue efforts were delayed. Today, the wreckage lies 12,500 feet beneath the ocean's surface as a terrible reminder of human arrogance. Only a few people, including James Cameron, have had the opportunity to explore the Titan's frightening ruins using its custom-designed submersible, the Deep-Sea Challenger, the Titan's name. The Titan emerged as a spectacular submersible designed to brave extreme depths and provide deep-sea tourists with a fantastic peek into the enigmatic world of the Titanic. After completing 2 journeys to the wreckage in 2021 and 2022, the Titan embarked on its ill-fated third expedition, carrying the hopes and dreams of its passengers. However, previous passengers had reported unhappiness with their experience, citing serious safety concerns, communication breakdowns, and design flaws. One must question why the corporation continued these travels despite the apparent risks, weighing the dangers. Brian Weed, a Discovery Channel camera operator and passenger on the Titan's first dive, characterized the experience as horrific, conjuring a sensation of vulnerability akin to sitting ducks. The 21-foot submarine, which weighs a monstrous 10,432 kilograms, was built from carbon fiber titanium, which provides toughness while remaining lightweight. The lack of seats, however, and a curtained-off space serving as a makeshift toilet provided less than ideal conditions for the team. Nonetheless, the appeal of a once-in-a-lifetime trip outweighed any concerns about comfort and safety. Titan's technological highlights included an inertial navigation system, an ultra-short baseline acoustic positioning system, a robotics laser scanner, a teledyne 2D sonar. Surprisingly, NASA offered its expertise to the Titan's construction, providing crucial insights into the design and automated fiber placement for composite hulls. One of the unfortunate individuals aboard the sub, CEO Stockton Rush, praised the relationship with NASA, emphasizing how the aerospace-grade carbon fiber hull lowered the sub's weight, allowing for a bigger payload capacity of up to 5 crew members, a pilot, researchers, and mission specialists. However, one design flaw stood out, a unique cylinder-shaped cabin that deviated from the standard sphere-shaped design of most submersibles and external bolts to close the submersible. This created more concerns because it required outside assistance to open the vessel from the outside. This meant that if something went wrong, the crew inside could not escape, making their destiny tragically unavoidable. The Titanic was at a depth of 12,500 feet, putting the submarine under tremendous pressure, 400 atmospheres, or 6,000 pounds per square inch. The Titan was subjected to considerably more external force due to its considerable interior volume. The Titan began its 2-hour dive into the bleak depths of the North Atlantic at 8 a.m., accompanied by the surface vessel Polar Prince. Everything went according to plan at first. However, connection with the submersible unexpectedly stopped at 9:45 a.m., leaving the monitoring crew on the surface vessel anxious in their attempts to re-establish touch. The Coast Guard was notified of the Titan's disappearance by 5:45 a.m. the next day. Over the next few days, the U.S. and Canadian Coast Guards scoured the area with ships, planes, and sonobuoys capable of monitoring depths of up to 13,000 feet. Despite the submersible carrying a 96-hour oxygen supply, the search for survivors continued. The operation became a multinational effort on June 20th. The United States Coast Guard, United States Navy, Canadian Coast Guard, and Oceangate expeditions formed a united command. The dreadful revelation on June 22nd, a deep-sea rover discovered the fragments near the Titanic disaster, bringing the story to a close. The nose cone was the first object found, followed by a large debris field. The front piece of the pressure hold lay at the end of this track, showing the terrible catastrophe. Further investigation uncovered a smaller debris field containing the other half of the pressure hold, indicating that the Titan had split in two. Oceangate confirmed the sad news shortly after this discovery. The crew had been killed. The exact chain of circumstances that led to this tragedy was yet to unravel fully. Experts universally agreed that the Titan had imploded, an event that most people still don't understand. Bob Ballard, a well-known marine specialist and explorer who discovered the Titanic wreckage in 1985, emphasized the destructive intensity of an implosion, comparing it to being crushed under tons of rock and obliterating everything in its path. The Titan's hull's unusual design deviates from the traditional spherical shape that evenly distributes water pressure. Several experts had already warned against such a design fault, citing a considerable risk. Surprisingly, the United States Navy reported that one of their ships recorded sounds consistent with an implosion immediately after the submersible lost touch with the Polar Prince. This discovery disproved the theory that oxygen deficiency was the cause of mortality. Sadly, the crew had met their demise much sooner. According to Aaron Basil, a physics professor at Northeastern University, an implosion has the force of a whale biting down on an object or a compacting machine flattening an automobile. While the Titan's hull could resist tremendous pressures because of improved sensors, a minute flaw may have resulted in an instant implosion within 40 milliseconds. The crew would have had little time to assess the situation if they had been unaware of the coming calamity. The implosion quickly took their deaths, which split the Titan into two distinct parts, unmistakable evidence of the disaster that had befallen them. Titan, the Oceangate submarine, will live on in the annals of modern deep-sea exploration. Deep-sea rovers continue to examine the Titanic's location for further clues that may illuminate the precise sequence of events as we ponder this terrible event. James Cameron is the director. Giving his viewpoint on the incident, he realized that the frantic search efforts were futile. An implosion of this scale would have rendered the Titan's secondary systems inoperable, including the pressure vessel and the transponder used to track the sub's location. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.